The automotive aftermarket industry, it's probably bigger than you think. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from SEMA, the Specialty Equipment Market Association, is CEO Mike Spagnola. Hi, Mike.
Hi, thanks for having me, Fred.
Well, great to see you. Give us a bit of background, first of all, about the association. You represent businesses that make and sell a wide range of accessory parts and more for cars and trucks.
Right. So SEMA represents over 7,000 companies, members, who manufacture and distribute all the automotive accessories that you see on cars today. So anything from larger tires and wheels to performance suspension parts, anything you see that's customization typically comes through a SEMA member.
And you are out with an economic impact report here. Give us the overview.
Yeah, pretty exciting. We just did our economic report, and we're about $337 billion a year to the economy here in the United States. We support about 1.3 million jobs, and U.S. jobs, that is, support it's over $104 billion in just wages and benefits, $40 billion in taxes, and $24 billion in federal and state taxes. So it's a very large industry, and one that is larger than so many other areas in the U.S., so many other economies.
And I understand consumers spent something like $52 billion on these specialty aftermarket products last year.
That's correct. Yeah. So all those sorts of things. And a lot of those accessories, a lot of those parts are purchased within the first 6 months of purchase of the vehicle. So when people buy their vehicles, they want to individualize them for a lot of reasons, whether it's off-roading or whether it's for industrial use, contractors, all those sorts of things, or just have something unique and different with a different look in performance. Those products tend to get bought within the first year. About 74% of those get bought within the first year after buying that vehicle.
So with that being the case, I'm sure you're rooting for a quick end to the labor strife here, right?
We are. It's really important to us. Not only do consumers buy those vehicles so that they can individualize and accessorize them, but our manufacturers buy them as well. So let's just say that you are a suspension manufacturer and you want to develop a product for a 2024 vehicle. Our manufacturers actually buy those vehicles and use them as test beds and to develop products so that they can develop those products, get them to market, as well as they use them for images and those sorts of things to advertise their products. So if there aren't vehicles available, that economy, our billions and billions of dollars of economy, slow down.
The way you operate is interesting from what I understand, that you actually go out and do a lot of the work that to help your individual members. Tell us how you do that.
Yeah, so we have product development centers. We do a lot of work to foster business in a lot of areas, everything from education to helping them through business planning, those sorts of things. But one of the areas that we're really excited about is called our SEMA Garage Technology Centers, where we help members develop products and take them to market. So, for example, if you wanted to build a product that affects an engine, it has to go through emissions testing. That actual new product that you want to develop to alter the vehicle for more performance, for example, has to go through CARB and EPA emissions standard testing. And so we do that work in 2 of our facilities. We have a facility here in Diamond Bar, California, and one in Detroit, Michigan, where we actually do the emissions testing that's EPA CARB approved and certify that those products can not only add performance, but are emissions tested and meet the requirements as set by the EPA and CARB. In addition, we'll help through CAD data. We've got thousands and thousands of CAD files and engineers on staff to help our manufacturers develop products and get them to market. So, and then testing along the way to make sure that those products meet various standards.
The kinds of things that would be very expensive for smaller companies or startups to try to undertake on their own.
Right. One of the things we're really working on now are just all the ADAS standards, all the advanced driving system standards. So all those things that you see with lane change departure warning, braking, all those technologies that are coming out on vehicles now, we have the one and only facility that does that sort of work to test what happens when you modify a vehicle and do those standards all still work. So we do both static and dynamic testing on behalf of our members to understand if anything affects those safety standards, and then
That's
how to bring compliance. Yeah.
Interesting. And I assume with so much technology being built into new cars today, some of the aftermarket products are designed to help owners bring some of those new technologies into the older vehicle.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of that work, and it's always interesting to see our tech center at our SEMA show, our trade show we do every year. We have a technology center where you can see some of the newest innovations. But, I look at technology in a few different ways. First is what people think about most, which is what are those technologies on modern vehicles, and even the tools and equipment needed to diagnose and to repair those technologies, and some of the things we talked about on this ADAS program. So those are the technologies people think about, right? Diagnosis, making sure that those products fit, and then retrofitting as well, right? We're doing a lot of work in the EV market where you can retrofit EV components into a gas-powered car. So you can take, you name it, a 69 Camaro now, and make it into an EV, and take the gas engine out, put all the EV components in it, and convert it to a electric vehicle. So that's kind of fun, along with some of those ADAS technologies, whether it's lane change departure or a blind spot detection. Those sorts of things can be retrofitted into older vehicles. And then finally, some of the things that people don't necessarily think about as far as technology is just retrofitting newer products into older vehicles. So again, I can take, let's just say, a 1955 Chevy truck, put a modern chassis on it, put modern suspension, modern brakes, air conditioning, all those technologies that are on an old vehicle, or on a new vehicle, we can convert into an old vehicle. So you can drive your 55 Chevy truck, but it has a modern engine, which is less emissions output, better braking, better suspension, all the comforts that we're kind of used to today.
Maybe even a lane keeping camera in there.
You can actually do that now. So it's pretty, the SEMA members are pretty innovative in their technologies. And I've now gone to, this will be my 43rd year at the SEMA show. And I'm still amazed every year at the things that people think of that, we probably all hit our forehead and say, man, I wish I'd thought of that.
Are there other ways that the coming EV onslaught might change this whole market?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, again, we've got to continue to develop and innovate. I saw an article that talked about, does our industry have 5 more years? And it talked about government regulations. It talked about emissions compliance. It talked about safety. It talked about all these things. And they wondered if our industry had 5 more years. Well, the article was from 1977. And so, we continue to innovate. For example, on EVs, let's just take the new Ford Lightning, that truck. You can still add all the aftermarket accessories. You can still add larger tires and wheels for off-roading, all the utility items that you might need, let's just say as a carpenter or any of those sorts of things. All those accessories still need to be developed and added to an EV.
Very interesting. Is there a place people can go to for more info?
Yeah, you can go to SEMA.org, or you can go to SEMAshow.com.
It's SEMA.org. Mike Spagnola, thank you for spending time with us.
Thanks very much, Fred. Good talking to you.